You heard about the attack in Norway? Guy went on a rampage with a bow and arrow, killed 5 people. The suspect, the guy in custody, is 37 years old, and let's see here, a Muslim convert. And they say he was radicalized when he converted. That's a big deal. I think it's at least relevant, don't you? So the headlines started coming in. When we knew this from around the world, all these headlines, you know what they leave out? The part about him converting to the Muslim faith, radicalizing. They all left it out. All of these news organizations left that part out. That's really odd. That's really strange, and I don't quite understand it. Just 2 days earlier in Norway, you probably know about a man newly converted, relatively newly converted to Islam, went on a rampage with a bow and arrow. The coverage of that case, by the way, has been relatively muted. I just want to play a quick clip of, again, the media hysteria when it comes to anything right-wing. And we condemn all terrorism, be it from the right and be it from the left, but they both have to be confronted honestly, and it seems like one side isn't. Take a look at this, please.
Well, here in Germany, officials are warning of a rise in far-right extremism.
FBI Director Christopher Wray warning that violent far-right extremism is the top domestic threat to the U.S.
Far-right extremism in Britain is a growing problem.
Members of the German government sound the alarm about far-right extremism.
The fastest growing is now, according to our intelligence services, the threat of far-right terrorism.
Far-right extremism is on the rise, not just in cities, but in the countryside.
And again, we see all these examples of extremists, Islamic extremist activity, and it's buried, it's excused and explained away. Final thoughts, Nigel? I would so appreciate you coming on, by the way. Thank you.
No, look, my final thoughts are, you're quite right, Greg. There is a one-sided debate here. Far-right extremism is treated as being more serious than Islamist extremism. But here's the problem with that argument. There are far more Islamist extremists than there are far-right nut jobs. Far more. Tens of thousands more in the West and millions more in other parts of the world. And I do not, and this is very important, most people, the majority of those that follow Islam are peaceful, decent, great human beings. But within that religion, there is an extreme wing, and it wants to destroy us. And what we've done is to welcome them in, welcome them with open arms into our country without any thought. We in Europe, we in Britain are much further down the road than you in America. Please, Greg, take this as a warning. Be careful who you let into your country. Guard your borders carefully. And I'm sure that Biden doesn't understand any of those things.
No, clearly he doesn't, but we appreciate your warning, and it's so true. Nigel Farage, we appreciate you so much. Thank you. To be continued, and we'll be right back.